In this video, I'm going to take you through downloading the Voxer app, getting your account set up, and starting with your first Voxer message. So right now I'm in the App Store on your iPad. If you do this on your iPhone, this will work a little bit differently, but I'm going to assume you're doing this on your iPad to begin with. So in the App Store, I'm going to search for the Voxer app. So up in the right-hand corner, I'm typing in Voxer and then search. And you'll see that Voxer doesn't show up as any of the apps in this search window. And the reason for that is because Voxer isn't actually an iPad app, it's an iPhone app. So up in the upper left-hand corner here, you can see where it says iPad only. I'm going to click on that and switch it to iPhone only. And then I can get iPhone apps. And there's Voxer right there. Now I've already downloaded Voxer onto this iPad, so it says open because the app is already there. But if you haven't downloaded Voxer yet, it should say get. So why don't you go ahead and download that app and pause this video while you do that. Okay, now that your Voxer app is downloaded, yours should also say open. So go ahead and click that open button. And your first screen should look like this. You don't have a Voxer account yet, so I'm going to have you sign up. To make your Voxer account, you are going to have to put in an email and your mobile number. For your email, you want to think about how you might want to use Voxer. If this is something that is going to be outside of your Springfield Public Schools use, you might want to use a personal email instead. I'm just going to use a generic email I set up to do this account, but for my personal Voxer account, I do just use my own personal Gmail account. So you go ahead and fill yours in. I'm going to fill mine in at the same time too. I'm just going to say my name is Tiger Tech, and here's my generic email. Your password when you enter that can be the same as your email password if you want to. And then when you get everything filled in, go ahead and hit create new account. Okay, so here's your account, and this one already has an audio message in it from Tiger Tech because I was practicing with it earlier, but yours probably only has a message from Walkie, which is the generic Voxer app message. So when you get Voxer messages, they're going to show up in this main screen just like this. Before we get into the Voxer messages themselves, I'm going to take you through some of the settings. So up in the upper left-hand corner, you see those set of bars up there. You want to click on that, and we're going to work through some of these first. So under My Profile, you get to decide if you want to put a picture in or not. I highly recommend that. You just do that by clicking on the little camera icon. You can take your photo right there on your iPad or choose from a photo you already have. The next two lines are your first and last name, and then there's this generic username that Voxer sets you up with. So my Voxer username for this account is ttech7223. All right, and then all your other information you added was there. This ttech7223 we're going to use later, so I'm going to copy that. You don't have to copy yours, but I'm going to copy it because I know I want to use it later in the demonstration. So we're going to hit chats back on the upper left-hand corner. And again, the bars. And I'm going to go through some of these other ones. Upgrade to Pro, that's a paid account. You get some more whistles and bells and whistles with the Upgrade to Pro account. So you can decide to do that or not. I don't have a Pro account. Inviting friends will access your contacts that's associated with the email address you used. So if you want to find people that you already have email contacts for and see if they have Voxer accounts, you can use that. Chats we'll get to in a minute. Same with the contacts below. That's where you set up your contacts to invite your friends. My Notes is where you can leave audio notes to yourself. And then settings we'll go through later because that'll make more sense in a little bit. All right, so back to this main screen to the right here, which is also chats. So I'm going to hit chats. And now we get to the kind of meat and potatoes of what Voxer does. So on your first screen, you're always going to see this little paper and pencil down in the right-hand corner. So we're going to hit that Start New Message icon. And first thing you have to do when you're going to start a message is you have to decide who am I going to send a message to. You can see I've already sent a message to myself, so I'm going to do that again. And this is why I copied and pasted that Voxer name. So I'm going to just paste that in now. If you would go ahead and put that in as well, so you can send my generic account a Voxer message, that'll be good practice for you. So go ahead and put in TTech7223 and then hit done. Okay, and then that'll show up. And so you've added me to that. And so now you're into the Tiger Tech message. So now you're going to create a message for me. Again, this one at the top for me is an old one that I already sent to myself. Your screen should be blank except for these different buttons down at the bottom. So sending a message in Voxer, you have some options. You can hit this paperclip, which allows you to send a photo from your iPad or a video from your iPad. You could take a photo or video there right in the app, so a new live one. Or you could get into your Dropbox if you use that app, the Dropbox app, and take a photo or video out of there. The other icon to the far right looks like a little speaking bubble. That is to text in Voxer. So you could just send a text message in Voxer, and I'll show you what that looks like right now. Okay, so there it is, and you could also attach to that a photo or a video from all of those places. When I get done sending or writing my text message, I'm going to hit send, and then that shows up like that. Now, the real reason that a lot of people use Voxer is to do these voice messages. So you create a group of people, up to 15 people, that are all in the chat, and you can basically leave voice messages for each other throughout the day. And then at some point during the day, you can stop and listen to those voice messages that are all talking on the same topic and maybe leave your own input. So let's say this is a Voxer chat that I'm a part of, and there's a voice message here up at the top that's already been left. I read the text message, and now I want to leave a voice message. And that's what that big orange button is for. So you're going to tap and hold the orange button while you're speaking, and then release the orange button when you're done speaking. So I'm going to do that right now and make an actual text message. This is how you make a text message in Voxer. So I'm holding down the button and I'm talking, and you can see it's green, which means it's recording. And now I'm going to let go of the button so that it stops recording. Okay, so that's what it looks like to leave a voice message. And now you can see I've got a new bar here. If I hit the arrow beside that new one, you can hear my message. This is how you make a text message in Voxer. So we don't need to listen to the whole thing, but there it is. So that's the essentials of setting up a kind of a group chat. You can rename it if you'd like to. Up here at the top, I hit the gear icon. So I can do different things here with my chat. I can change my notifications. I can make it tap to talk instead of holding the button to talk. I can tap the button to talk. I can delete my chat here. I can go to the members and I can add more people to it. You can see the only people in this chat right now are me, so I'm talking to myself, but hopefully you want to talk to other people and you can add those in just by hitting the add button and putting in again either their Voxer name or their email address that they use for Voxer. And then the last set of different kind of settings you can change, remember I said we would come back to these, are here under the settings. So you can look through those and see what kinds of things you'd like to play around with. There's the audio notification. So if you get a notification, how do you want it to tell you? Here's that tap to talk option again. There's volume settings. Here's information about your account. So if you ever forget what your username in Voxer is, that's right there. Some preferences in the app that you can look through. And then you can also log out of Voxer right here if you want to. I don't ever log out on my own device, but maybe you're sharing a device and you want to do that. So that takes care of most of the ins and outs of Voxers. What I would like you to do is you've already sent hopefully a message to the Tiger Tech generic account, an audio message. And if you haven't done that, please do that to practice. Would you also send me either through audio or a written message, a typed text message on Voxer, your username? And I'm going to put all of those together into a Springfield Voxer group so that we can continue the conversation as we go forward.